Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Deepak here. Today I'm going to explain you about how to create CloudFront or CDN inside our AWS account. This will help you to upload the content or which is going to be used for the live on-demand video streaming and which is also helpful for the security purpose. Software distribution is also very much easy and dynamic content and API acceleration will take place. So if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and pressing bell icon for more updates. Let's begin with how to create CloudFront in our AWS account. So for creating a CDN, we need to have one S3 is already configured with our account. So if you have not created S3, please watch my previous session or I will mention the description or URL inside the description tab so that you are able to create S3 account first, because CDN is an content delivery network services that securely delivers data, videos, applications and API to customer globally with low latency, high transfer speed, all within a deliver friendly environment. CloudFront is integrated with AWS both physically location that are directly connected to the AWS global infrastructure as well as the AWS services. CloudFront works seamlessly and services including AWS Shields for DDoS mitigation, Amazon S3, elastic load balancing or Amazon EC2 as origin for your application in Lambda. Edge to run custom code closer to the customer user and to customize the user experience. Lastly, if you use AWS origins such as Amazon S3, Amazon EC2 or elastic load balancing, we don't pay for any data transfer between these services and CloudFront. We can get this started with the content delivery networks in agile development process, as well as there is several benefits attached with that, just like fast and global security at the edge is highly programmable and deeply integrated with AWS. So at the end of this video, I will tell you how we can use that in real life. Let's create one CloudFront. So for creating CloudFront, we just have to go to services and search CloudFront or CDN. You can enter here CDN. You will get CloudFront. So once you click on the CloudFront, click on create distribution. While creating a distribution, select a delivery method for your content. If you want to deliver through RTMP, that is real-time multicasting protocol, and other way by using web, that is HTTP or HTTPS. Let's create HTTP or web content. You can use speed up distribution, static and dynamic content, just like HTML, CSS, PHP and graphics files. That is also distributed of media files using HTTP or HTTPS. But if you want to create a content just like YouTube streaming, that time you have to use the RTMP, that is real-time multicasting protocol. So for creating a distribution, we need to add here the detail. So just like I'm using my S3 in here. So because of that, I said for creating this type of account, we need to have our S3 should be configured. Just enter these details like domain name, origin path. If you want to provide any specific path or the file location, you can select it here. Restricted bucket, no, it's not restricted at all. Origin connection times. So whenever a user will request to this location or to this domain name, so after third attempt, it will throw an session timeout or the server error. So this type of attempts we can provide it here. If you want to increase the number, you can definitely go ahead to increase that. Otherwise, you can keep as a default value. Origin connection timeout in 10 seconds. So you can also increase that according to your requirement. You can keep as 60 seconds, or by default the websites are keeping 60 seconds. So in between 60 seconds, whenever user will request or the application will request to reach the server, if that is not successful, then it will show up in timeout. Then there is a default cache behavior settings, just like a path pattern, view protocol policy. You can use it HTTP or HTTPS for web application. Or if you want to use HTTPS only, then you can go ahead with HTTPS, that is for proxy content. Allowed HTTP methods, that is get head, but you can also increase like get head options, put, post, patch or delete. So depends on your requirement, you can keep it as a allowed HTTP methods. So I am keeping here as a get head, but when you are working with API applications or there are several other content, then definitely you can select this one. Otherwise, if you want to select only get head and options, you can go ahead. Field level encryption configuration. If you want to provide or protect with your content with the field level encryption configuration policy, then you can select this method. Otherwise, keep as a default. Cached HTTP method is always having get and hedge, that is cached by default. Cache and origin request, use a cache policy and origin request policy. Smooth streaming is no, because we are using here as a web content. Restricted viewer access is also no, because use sign URL or sign cookies is not allowed in web. Lambda function, if you want to use the Lambda function, you can use it, which will protect your content or provide the custom detail. So after configuring all this, you just have to click or create distribution, and you're able to see this content is available, and you can see the in progress. So it will take some time for the configuration in enabling the content. So once the content is enabled, you're able to see status active, and once you click on this, you're able to see complete detail of your server, or for web content, behavior, error pages as well, then restriction, invalidations, tags. These all contents are available. If you want to configure or edit tags, you can add or edit tags according to your requirement, which will help you for the search parameters. Invalidations, if you found any invalidating objects, remove them from the CloudFront edge caches. A faster and less expensive method is to use version object, which will help you to provide the directly names for the user. Restriction, if you want to restrict anybody or geolocation, you can add it. Just like if I don't want to publish the content in some of the countries, I will restrict for that country. Error pages, if the server is found any TTL type of error or any error related to your web object, definitely it will show up here. Behavior, how it is behaving your web page or content, according to that it will show up here. So you can also create your custom behavior as well according to your requirement. Origin groups are basically we have used S3 components which we have created in earlier sessions. In the next content, you can edit it according to your content, because it's in progress. Because of that, it's showing distributed status as a in progress. Now it's still in the progress, but I want to delete because I'm not going to use this. So after selecting this, unless and until status is active, we cannot delete it. But if we want to create and distribute or update the distribution settings, we can use it. So it's already enabled. Because of that, we can also disable it according to our requirement. but it's showing the progress in progress. Because of that, we cannot do any further settings. Let's wait that, then we can delete it. So by this way, we have created cloud CDNs. Let's have a look of their use cases, how we can use it and where is it possible to use that. So for use cases, we can use in live and on-demand video streaming, as I said earlier in the beginning of creating this CloudFront. So, and there is other option, that is RTMP. So the Amazon CloudFront CDN offers multiple options for streaming our media, both pre-recorded files and live events, at sustained high throughput required for 4K delivery to the global viewer. For on-demand streaming, we can use CloudFront for multiple hit bitrate or multi-bitrate adaptive streaming in Microsoft Smooth or HLS or HDS or MPEG-DAS format to any devices. These all are part of RTMP. To broadcast a live streaming, we can use the content delivery network to catch the media fragments at the edge and collapse multiple requests for the manifest file to reduce load to our origin. So these all contents are like YouTube or live streaming or set-top box content, which is broadcasted on live for our television. So these type of content are basically used for our RTMP. And we have used here a web content. Security. CloudFront integrates seamlessly with AWS Shield for layer 3 or 4 DDoS mitigations and AWS WAF for level 7 protection. In addition, CloudFront negotiates TLS connection with the highest security CFOs and authenticate viewers with signed URL. We can also use our advanced feature, field level encryption, to protect more sensitive data throughout our enterprise. Third is software distribution. So Amazon CloudFront scales automatically as globally distributed clients download software updates. We can make our software available right at the edge where our users are via the content delivery network. The CDN high data transfer rates speed up the delivery of our binaries, improving customer experience while lowering our cost. Now finally, and fourth component, which I am going to cover here, as a dynamic content and API acceleration. So Amazon CloudFront can be used to secure and accelerate our WebSocket traffic as well as API calls. CloudFront supports proxy methods just like post, put, option, delete and patch, and is already mitigated with Amazon API Gateway by default. With the content delivery network, TLS connection with the clients terminates at a nearby edge location. Then the CloudFront uses a optimized AWS backbone network part to securely reach our API servers. So let's recap this the total content which you have discussed here. So we have started with detail about CloudFront, and then I've created one CDN here and integrated with S3. Then we had a look on their benefit of CDN. Then at the finally, I explained about their use cases which we can use it in real life. So this is all about CloudFront or CDN in AWS. Hope you like it. If you really enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and pressing bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching.